Oh shit. Um so basically, and I know this is terrible quality. This is all I have, but I don't know. I was thinking about starting a podcast. As you can see by the title. Um my main goal is basically to talk about movies, music that I like, and in general just stuff that's going on in my life. Um it's gonna start out slow. I feel like everybody has that experience. Um, I might blow up, might not, probably not. But hey, I mean, uh, I I kind of have fun talking to nobody. It's not that bad. Um, I did not plan the, or I didn't. I planned this, but I didn't think this through. So I don't really have like a script or anything to go by. So, um, okay, I guess I can talk about recent trailers I've seen and just what I think about them. Um, I know there's a lot of, I guess, controversy about the new Space Jam. A lot of the controversy is just meme, simply about Lola Bunny, about them, I guess, desexualizing her as if she was sexualized in the first place. And I get it. Maybe she was. I don't know. I have seen the first Space Jam movie. I liked it. It's classic. I haven't seen it enough times to actually really have an analysis or a strong opinion on it, but I guess I like it as much as the next guy. As far as this new trailer, um, I'm glad they're not doing the same story twice in a way. From the trailer, it makes it seem as if it's not just, oh, I have to get my powers back. It's, oh, I have to get my son back. Um, and I guess that's cool and all. We don't see the original villains from the first Space Jam movie, whom I can't remember their name. That goes to show really how much I know about the movie. But um, there's just a lot that they're doing different, which is what I expect of a sequel. You know, especially a sequel that is this far from the original. Um, I just hope that they, at the same time, while trying to live in respect of the original, don't ride too much on its back. But then I also hope they don't try to replace that original in any way. Um, that's how I feel about the new Space Jam. Uh, oh, Loki, the new Loki trailer. Saw that. Damn, do I want Disney Plus? I mean, I've already heard so much about The Mandalorian and me being a Star Wars fan and just a nerd in general. Um, yeah, I really need Disney Plus. All these new shows coming out. I've I've seen their release schedule coming up, and it's looking like some really exciting stuff. Um, Definitely, Falcon and Winter Soldier is something I want to see as well. They're definitely expanding their universe way farther beyond I ever could have thought they would. I say that like I'm a comic book nerd. I've never read the comic books. I'm a little too young for that, I guess. But maybe there's websites where you can read them. Otherwise, I have no idea how to get a hold of them. A lot of them are so rare or just expensive, and there's no comic book stores anywhere near me. So, yeah, there. Oh, Godzilla versus Kong. Okay, so I've seen the first two movies, including, I guess, first three. I've seen the two Godzilla movies and uh, Kong Skull Island. So, so far, my favorite. I I want to say it's hard to pick. I guess an unpopular opinion of mine is I like the first one the best because of how much it teases the audience. I just really like that. I think from a filmmaker's perspective, that not directly giving them what they want 100% of the time and making them want it, making them basically stick around to watch for it is, in my opinion, a better choice than just fan service the whole time, which makes me a hypocrite because I did really like Endgame, which is just fan service, but um, shoot me. But god damn. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. High quality content on my first ever podcast. This is good shit. It's good shit. Um, but I have seen reviews of the new Godzilla versus Kong. Um, they have said that it is a lot more fan service, but I feel like in a case like this, it's acceptable just because of what they're advertising here, what they're offering, which is, of course, Godzilla and King Kong fighting. So it would be unfair to expect anything else. Um, a huge complaint, especially from the first one, is that there's just too much stuff going on with the people, the humans. You know, there's too much side stuff that nobody really cares about or that just drags on the story and makes it boring. And I get that. You know, I get that just because I like what the first movie does doesn't mean everybody does. And every audience member wants something different. I mean, so yeah, sometimes they want the same thing, but I agree with both sides. Um, definitely to go into a Godzilla movie expecting Godzilla, but then also not wanting to be completely eye raped by all these giant monsters. Just 2 hours of that, just destroying a city. It does get mind numbing sometimes. Just look at look at some of the Transformers movies. Oh my god. And I'm a Transformers fan. Well, not really much anymore. I was growing up. Some of the movies I like. They're all right. They're okay. But I don't know. Looks like we have one viewer. Is that correct? If if that's anyone other than me, say something in the chat. Go ahead. Let's see what it is. Let me type something up here. I'm getting something ready here for the chat. Give me just a second. Okay, as far as movie trailers, that really kind of goes. It kind of does it. Not a lot of trailers lately, at least none that I've been watching. Um, I guess as far as actual movies, new movies, or even older movies that I'm just now seeing recently, I think the most recent was The Irishman, which is a Martin Scorsese film on Netflix. It's it's like 3 hours. Um, Now, if you've watched any of Scorsese's films, you kind of know what to expect. You know it's going to be good. But for someone like me, kind of a noob, an amateur, a normie, whatever you want to call me, uh, I've as other than The Irishman, the only Scorsese film I've seen is The Wolf of Wall Street, and so uh, I kind of went into The Irishman expecting that because I just had no other experience and I'm dumb. But I was surprised, kind of pleasantly, actually. It's a lot calmer. It's definitely a lot slower. It's not as fast paced, but it's definitely not a bad thing. Um, I guess if you like more action packed, super fast paced stuff, you're not really gonna like it. Um, it's very it's very intelligent, but it I don't feel like it asks too much, but it does ask a lot of its audience. It does ask you to pay attention because a lot of the dialogue, and it's not like if you pay attention, you're going to miss something and be so confused if you miss 5 seconds of something. That's not really the case. It's more just, you know, each time you watch the film, you're going to notice something new. It's definitely something like that where each time you're not going to be really feel like you're repeating the same process. There is something new to take out of it each time. I've only seen it the once. I mean, I guess I could know, but I know I didn't get everything just for the sheer length of it. I mean, I wasn't paying attention 100% of the time. I'll admit that. Um, it has a pretty impressive cast, actually. If you like mob movies, like The Godfather, Scarface, like the classics ones like that. It has just about all of them in there. It has Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. Um, God, what's his name? He plays Scarface. Hold on, I know his name. I know his name. Do I? I don't think I do. We're about to find out. I'll probably remember it before I can even type it. And I did not remember before I typed it. Al Pacino. Of course, Al Pacino. In fact, let me just look at some of the cast here for you guys. It also has Ray Romano. If you don't really know him right off the bat, just think of from Ice Age. That's Ray Romano. That's actually probably most of the cast members that you'd recognize. The rest of them aren't that well known. Um, yeah. Uh, let's see. Before The Irishman, a few months ago, actually, like quite a few months ago. No, like 3, 2, maybe 4. I don't know. I saw Tenet for the first time. the newest Christopher Nolan film. And as a major Nolan fan, I loved it. Of course, it's a complete, total mind trip. I mean, whew, God, it's really gonna, especially if you've never seen a Nolan film, like if you've never seen Inception and you're not really used to movies that this is, I will disclaimer for this. I will say that this is definitely a film where you are going to have to pay attention 100% of the time. You definitely can miss something, a small detail that will really confuse you if you missed it. But this is definitely just not only visually impressive, just the concept in itself and just what Nolan's able to do with a camera without using CGI is extremely impressive. I don't know what else to say. I mean, he did things I didn't think you could actually do without using CGI. So that alone, I think, should sell a movie. But I'm trying to think of what else I could say about it. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, and I've only seen it the once, and I'm waiting to see it again. I was going to say something and I forgot because I interrupted myself. You guys are going to learn how much I do that. Too much is the answer. I do it too much. As far as the podcast, I don't know how often I'm going to be doing it. It might be monthly, might be weekly, or if I get bored enough, it might be daily. At the moment, I have no life, so this is kind of a way for me to talk to myself when it's not really to myself, but it is because nobody's listening but me, and that's okay. To me, it doesn't really matter much if I have an audience, and if I do gain an audience as I go forth, that's okay. That's fine. That's great. That doesn't mean that the audience isn't going to matter to me. But I guess what I'm saying, I'm not really doing it for the fame. I'm not really doing it for the numbers. Definitely not doing it for money. I don't even have my account monetized in any way, so there's no way for me to gain revenue from this. It's just a way for me to vent and discuss and just talk about movies because my friends won't let me anymore because I just won't shut up and they don't care. So that's kind of the reason why I wanted to start the podcast. It's not really of a reason that like I just want to help people, which I do, but I don't really think starting a podcast is the best way to do that, especially if you don't already have like a name for yourself. Like somebody like Matthew McConaughey starting a podcast to like raise charity and stuff. That's cool. It's great. But he was already famous. I don't have that. I'm just me. I got nothing. I got this shitty HP laptop webcam, this tiny little thing. Look at that. And this EA microphone I found in a box. So this is what I got. And I got a little lamp here. This is the ultimate setup. I'm doing it raw, baby. Raw. I don't even use any streaming software. Just plain old YouTube Live and laptop camera. But that's all you need, right? That's all you need. They always say that until they actually get enough money to buy real shit, and then they always do. I would. I'm not going to say that I'm different. I would. If I had the money, had the opportunity, and just actually like had the, I guess, need for it, or felt that I really wanted to. Like if this is something I felt I was going to do often, or just being a content creator in general. I only have one video from like 2 years ago, and that was recorded on a phone, and I didn't even put my face in it because I was camera shy. I don't really care that much anymore because I'm stuck looking like this. There's nothing I can do about it. So if you don't like it, I don't either, pal. Hey, look at that. We're already agreeing on stuff. Okay. So yeah, this is it's kind of like a trap house podcast. I think the only thing lower quality than this would be the dudes in prisons who get phones smuggled in and they make TikTok videos. I'm not those dudes because I'm at home. Respect to them though. I mean, it's cool. They got a bigger following than me. I don't know who this one little viewer is, but say something, anything. Hey, hi, fuck you, anything like that. Hit up the chat. Sorry, I'm reading my phone. Reading my phone on my own podcast, unedited, live. I'm just the best. I'm the best at this. Nobody does it better. I give you nothing but straight, flat content 100% of the time. No filler, no distractions. I don't. Sorry. I don't look at my phone or type things in the chat and put the microphone down or anything. I'm not about to get up and go get a drink of water because my mouth is very dry and I can see that cup right there in the camera and it's just looking at me. It's looking at me hard. But the cool thing is, this microphone's got a long cord, so you get to come with me. You get to see how bad I am. I don't care. Drink water, exercise, eat salads. Don't be like me. There's no water in here, just ice. Another tip, put water in the cup. Should I watch my own podcast on the side? See how terrible I look? Would that be great or not? Reacting to my own podcast reaction, put that as the title. In parentheses reaction. Who is that in the chat? Is there a way to like look at that? I have no. I don't think I have any way of being able to tell who our one little viewer is. I say little. You're not little. You're big. All right. Right now, you're my world because there's nobody else here. And even if you left, I'd keep talking. But the fact that you're here gives me motivation. So hey, welcome. Please say something. Because if you don't, I'm not gonna leave. So I mean, I guess spoiler alert. But I am gonna get up. And I'm gonna go fill this up. Put water in here. So tell you what, while I get up and I go get water, it'll give you some time to really think in depth about what you want to say. And that little chat to my right, the little window right there, it's about that big. Say something, anything. That's okay. I don't care if it's mean. I don't care if I might think it's stupid. An opinion, a fact, something scary. Movie you like, movie you hate, person you hate, me. I don't care. But I'll be back. You're not very talkative. That's okay, because that's kind of why I'm doing this, to do all the talking, because you guys can't, because I can't hear you. Is this even plugged in? Okay, we're good. Everything is fine. I wish I could share my screen. Then I'd be able to do something more entertaining. Otherwise, all I have is my phone or my iPad. Where the fuck should I put this? Don't worry, it's just water. Maybe. Just water. Turn down the volume on this. Is the connection bad? Am I lagging in any way? I feel like the connection is very bad. If the connection is bad, I'd very much like to know. It'd be extremely helpful. It might help if I turn my PlayStation off. Maybe that'll help save data usage as well as my iPad. Just click that little thing there. That might speed it up a bit, but probably not at all. My God, just who is that? I'm going to my other. Crazy. Let's go to this channel, which happens to be mine. Oh, look at that. I'm watching myself. Isn't that crazy? This is how lonely I am. So I think the one viewer. No, it actually went up. Nope, I'm mistaken. So there is somebody on there. This mysterious person. I'm also just now realizing I think Or maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. I think I'm backwards on the game. Is this what I've been looking like the whole time? Is this what you guys see? Oh, I'm gonna say something on the chat with my other account. I have no life, but I've already said that. I cannot type. It's hard to do this with one hand. Oh yeah, there we go. Really putting out the good stuff now. Quality content. Oh God, is that how I drink? Who holds it like that from the top? Ew. What's wrong with that guy? I'm self-conscious about how I drink water. Made me thirsty for more. That just does not look right. How can you guys watch that? Well, you, guy or girl. No assumptions to be made in these times. God, I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. I think what I'll do is, as I look at my DVD collection, which is not yet Blu-ray, because I'm just so outdated and old-fashioned, as you can tell by my streaming setup here. I'm just gonna pick a random movie and talk about it. I'll even get up and go and get it. Show it to you. But which one? I feel like it's not random if I pick one, because then that'd be biased. I'd be picking and choosing, picking a favorite maybe, or a least favorite. I'd ask you to pick, but you still refuse to say anything in the chat. So I guess I can't show you because you're not going to say anything. There's too many to just write it down in a bag and shuffle it up. I don't know. I'll just look away and I'll point. Just hope I'm not pointing at the wall. And I'll just turn back and see what I'm pointing at. What is that? Okay. We got Hot Tub Time Machine 2. I just realized that you guys can probably hear everything echoing because of the chat running over here, or live stream running over here. So, Hot Tub Time Machine 2 is, of course, the sequel to the first film, Hot Tub Time Machine, which is actually very self-explanatory. It's these group of guys, they're partying, and they spill this energy drink onto the temperature controls for the hot tub, and it has this magical stuff in it called nitrotrinadium. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it somehow causes and converts the time machine into a time machine. And they travel back to the 1980s, except in Hot Tub Time Machine 2, they have somehow acquired the time machine once more. One of them had bought it, like he went back in time and became rich and just bought the place it was at or something like that. I don't know. And this time they go to the future. That's right, the goddamn future. They did a Back to the Future Part 2. Except it's fucking worse. It's kind of crazy how much I'm bashing this movie, and I own it. The crazy thing is, I saw this one before I saw the first one. So when I saw this, I really liked it. I did, but I was a little bit younger, a little bit more naive. But I thought it was hilarious. And I'll admit it's got its moments, but compared to the first, this movie is just a tragedy. I mean, it's trying so hard that it doesn't care. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I mean, a lot of the jokes just don't land. There's like a running joke that this guy who's like rich now, like one of their old friends who they didn't take to the country club with them in the first film where they went back in time, he's now all mad that they're all rich and famous now and he doesn't know how it happened, or I think something like that. I don't know. And anyway, the running joke is that he doesn't know how to wink. So he just blinks. He just that's how he does it. And I think they make that joke like 2 or 3 times throughout the whole movie. Another there's a whole scene where they're on like this virtual reality game show, and 2 of the male lead actors they have to fornicate on TV, and then so this scene transpires, and I guess it's supposed to be like shock comedy. And then instead of letting it be over with, instead of letting them be ashamed, they spend the next scene about how they just did the exact thing they did in the scene before. They're just re-explaining it and making terrible jokes about Buick dick, which I guess Buicks are big. I've seen Buicks. They're about the same size as any other car. Does that mean average? I don't know. To me, the only reason I say this is probably the funniest joke in the movie is because the only one that I can really remember, other than the Buick dick one, just because it's fucking stupid, is there's this stuff, I think it's called Ladybug. It's basically like the future version of acid that they made in this movie, and it's a sticker that goes on your tongue, and it's a ladybug, or electric ladybug, or something like that. And the guy Adam, who by the way, one of the main characters from the first movie isn't even in this one. I guess the actor didn't want to come back, so they just said, "Screw that, forget that guy. Let's just." No, did he make a cameo? I don't know. Anyway, so they're just like, yeah, let's just have the guy's son just show up who wasn't in the first movie or ever mentioned. And they touch on that. They kind of explain why he wasn't in the first movie, why he wasn't mentioned. He was supposed to be like a surprise, I guess. But that guy, the other guy's son, I think his character's name is Adam, which is the name of the actor. Very original. He takes this electric ladybug thing, and as his pupil dilates, it like zooms out, and he just says horseradish. And the only reason I think that's funny is because it's very random and makes no sense. And they put like a weird voice filter on him, and I just thought it was funny. I still kind of do. Just horseradish makes no sense. As far as rating movies, I don't know. I don't think I really want to do that. I don't know. It's just hard. I'd have to create like a chart of like if it has this, it earns this to be 1 star, 2 star. That's just a lot. I feel like ratings are kind of objective. Anybody can rate a movie, and opinions are opinions. If you want to watch the movie, you can. You might like it, you might not, but you might dislike it so much that it's so terrible you enjoy making fun of it. And that's part of the reason why I like bad movies too. They are just very fun to make fun of and nitpick. I'll watch a bad movie. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I see nothing wrong with it. In fact, I'm glad that they make bad movies. I'm glad that not every movie is good. because I mean it'd be too much of a good thing. So the fact that I'm able to sit and just shit on a movie is fun. It's really fun. It's more fun with friends, which I have none. None that live in town anyway, but you don't care about my personal life. Let me put that up there. Let's get another movie. I'm gonna try again to get something out of you. So I'll ask, do you want the Lego movie or do you want Four Brothers? The Lego movie or Four Brothers? And no, I'm not going to answer this on my other account that I went and talked in the chat in. Whoever you are, other mysterious viewer, this is up to you. You're going to have to answer my question. You're just going to have to. You don't have a choice. Actually, you do have a choice. That's part of the reason why you need to pick, because you have a choice. The Lego movie or Four Brothers. It's one or the other. It's definitely neither. Definitely not neither. Never mind. I just ruined it. I'll just go pick for you because you're being stubborn and you probably saw this coming. If you're even actually watching, there's still no way for me to check if that other viewer is even a person or just like a mistake, or my own YouTube account that's streaming counts as a viewer and that nobody's been watching the whole time, which makes this very awkward to anybody who stumbles upon this in the future. Probably only me, which I'm just going to laugh at myself and then probably delete it. But I might leave it here for somebody to find. I was going to say something. Forgot what it was. I'll be right back. Fuck you, I picked the Lego movie. You know what? Let me call somebody. Calling somebody on stream at, well, shit, it's midnight. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see if he answers. I don't think he's gonna answer. It's like midnight. I don't know why it's so late. I don't know why I decided to do this at started at like 10 o'clock. No, that's a lie. I've only been streaming for like 43 minutes and it's 11:59. So I don't know why I decided. 3. Damn. Now you know his number is 83. Fuck. Who can I call, dude? Let's get somebody on the stream. I'm gonna try to stop breathing on the mic. Trying to get somebody on the stream, or at least get somebody to get other people to get on the stream. Um, but it's like midnight. I doubt anybody is going to respond. So if I don't get anything in a few minutes, just might have to end the stream. Oh, we got something. I guarantee this person is going to say, "I don't give a shit." Watch. Well, you can't see it, but I will certainly let you know, because that's just what I do. I'm just that kind of person. Look at that. Let me see if another particular friend of mine is up. I don't want to breathe on the mic. I should get like a wind guard for this thing. But it's a cheap mic. Well, actually, I don't know if it's cheap. I really don't. I mean, if I don't drop it, it might still work. It's got a nice long cord. It goes down and out, and then more out that way, and then up the desk, and then that way behind the laptop, around it, and then plugs in on this side. I mean, that's some length that reaches like over there. That's pretty far away if you look at it. I just realized these past few minutes have been a lot of silence, which is a big no-no on a podcast, especially live, uncut. And I mean, at least if there's silence, it's usually because somebody else is talking or there's content to be viewed, but there was nothing at all. I even brought a movie to talk about that I didn't talk about. So I can't say that because then Good Mythical Morning will try to sue me. We are going to talk about this. That's about the general Walmart brand version of that. The one I picked is the Lego movie. I'm kind of a kid at heart. I was a bit younger when this movie came out, and I still love it. Mainly because the jokes are funny, and I do like the story. It's very lighthearted. It gets me. Just a lot about creativity and just never really letting that go. It's actually surprisingly made by the same guys who made the Jump Street movies, who also made Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I also have. I actually have that one on Blu-ray. Saw it in theaters, I think, twice, and then bought the Blu-ray. I don't like it all that much. No, I'm just kidding. I really like the movie, as you can tell, as I just said. But the Lego movie, which is surprisingly 100% CGI, except for the ending credits, that's actual Legos in stop motion, is, well, a Lego movie about our main character, Emmett, who is a construction worker because he's from like the Lego City packs or whatever, which I never bought. Those are just too damn expensive. But he's just an average guy. And I mean, painfully average. He likes the most popular song, goes to the same coffee place as everybody else, follows all the rules, your average guy. Um, I don't want to talk about the plot, and that'd be spoilers. But it's just a very fun movie. It's one of those movies like kids movies where both kids and adults can enjoy it, just because it has the entertainment factor and the silly jokes of kids, but it also has like the more sophisticated and adult humor that parents or just adults in general will like. Um, there's a lot. I mean, there's many reasons to like it. I think I don't think I've ever met anybody who doesn't like it, and like the only complaints people have about it is that one song, and if you've seen the movie, you know what the song is. It's fucking annoying. Oh man, it is kind of annoying. At least, I mean, it doesn't bother me now. At the time, definitely overplayed, kind of like Frozen, but not as bad because it's not Disney. Of course, if an animated movie's not Disney, it sucks, huh? Yeah, if I had sound effects, I would have done an applause right there because it's just not true. You're welcome for the ear rape. Um, but yeah, I say check out the Lego Movie. If I was gonna recommend either the Lego Movie or Hot Tub Time Machine 2, it would be the Lego Movie by far. I mean, Lego Movie. That was me dropping the microphone on the floor because that's where Hot Tub Time Machine is. It's on the floor. Well, the second one. I did like the first one. You might not like either of them, but I still think the first one's better than the second one. I don't know why this is on the floor. I'm picking it up. Well, I think that's about it. I think that's all I have. I think that's all I can give to nobody, except for myself. Even I myself don't want to see myself sit here. Myself, me, myself, and I. That is all I care about. This isn't for you. This is for me. So I'm saying goodbye to nobody but myself and ending the stream because you don't matter. Only I do. This little world revolves around me. None of that is true. None of that is true at all whatsoever. Take it with a grain of salt. Definitely not true. Don't clip that and get me canceled. But of course, I'm not worth being canceled anyway. So, haha, ha 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 ha. Um, might stream again tomorrow. Might not. Just depends. I will be gone during the day tomorrow. Actually, I've got an eye doctor's appointment. I'm getting some new glasses because these suck. They're terrible. I want new frames. These look very ugly on me, and these lenses are old, very old. No, that'd be gay. I'm not gonna do that. So this is my first podcast, I guess, if that's what you could call this. My first stream, discussion, chat room, movie review. There it is. Thank you to the one viewer who never said anything. Truly a legend, the silent legend. And at that, I'm going to leave it.